Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, and the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can put those emotes into chat. If you're not yet a subscriber or you don't plan on ever being one, you can use other people's emotes or just say hi, or you can just be a lurker. PG name said hello before the stream started. Hello. And Dustin's here. Welcome, Dustin. Thank you for being here. Dustin Forster. Happy to have you here. This is the intro portion. Arctic Sloth's here. Great. Welcome, Arctic Sloth. This is the intro portion of the stream. This is just like a chance for people to be fashionably late, for me to make sure that all my equipment is working, that I didn't forget anything. Lord Crashton is here. Hello to you. Second stream of the month because it is the 3rd. Happy to be here. We got the Gundiver. We got one arm done, although there is a weapon to finish for that arm, and then to work on the right arm of the kit. So we'll get to that. Maybe it'll be leg day. We did build the waist, so maybe after the arm, yeah, we're gonna do the right arm, and then we'll do the feet, and then work on the legs, which will be fun. Lord Crashington, I posted this on my Twitter. If you want to check out the photos. We just got a lot of debris, tree debris. We lost power for like 60 seconds and it came back on, so no big problems around here as far as the hurricane. We just lots of branches and lots of leaves. Neighbors' leaves, neighbors' branches. Pine that I'm like, we don't have any pine trees. Where do these pine branches come from? Lots of bagging up, and then I had to clean the gutters. So I had to get the ladder out and go around. I would say 70% of this house has a gutter on it, so I had to go around all parts of that and clean those out because they were just full of crap. And I usually do that in the fall anyway, but usually a little later in the season. So got out there, but yeah, we recovered just fine. We didn't lose power for that long. We did, plenty of folks got it way worse. Especially folks that are closer to the water where I am. The ocean, the power surge there was bad for folks. Tidal surge, as you say. Arctic Sloth says, oof, leg day was yesterday for me. Got the wobbly walk going on. Yeah, today I just raked and bagged leaves and climbed and got the gutter going. But yeah, for many folks out there, this was, Hurricane Ian was devastating. For my family, it was mostly just me being annoyed at all the prep work that was going in for what turned out to be not a big deal, which I know is selfish and shitty of me. But it was like, I had to move the generator out of its storage, its location in the garage to the porch to get it ready to go in the back of the house. Like I had to, it's a heavy generator. I had to move that thing. And then like, had to watch a YouTube video to remind myself how it works. Oh yeah, we had a lot of wind and just like a lot of nonsense, and then like it was really dark and felt weird. But other folks certainly had it far worse, even in my own community. So better to be ready and not need it. You're right, Lord Crashington. It was better, but it was like, well, we have a lot of ice in the house now because my dad was just like using the ice machine to make a lot of extra ice, and I had to get a cooler down from the crawl space in case the power went out, even though we were going to plug the fridge into the generator. We still made a lot of ice, and I was like, okay, sure. You know what? Great. Yeah, water does slow down here. You're not wrong, PG. So, but wind certainly just can whip crack at you. But yeah, we made out just fine over here, which is great. Tonight's agenda, continue to work on the marine type. Got to get that going. Got to get some parts for that together. We've got, I have one manga to talk to you about. Normally Manga Monday supplements the fact that I don't have a lot of anime to talk about on Mondays. So Manga Monday will take a little bit of a break because I have 3 shows to talk about in the second hour. So I got 3 anime. One of them is Witch from Mercury. I am a streaming, a streamer that builds Gunpla. And so I got to talk about that. Hey, Aristvan, welcome. Got to talk about, the new Gundam series, a mainline Gundam series that is not purely meant to sell model kits. It certainly is meant to sell model kits, but not purely to do that. It is not targeted at young children to get them into Gunpla. It is targeted at olds to get them back into Gunpla. That's just my opinion on it. But we'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about some other things. There's a new hot sponsor for Twitch and TwitchCon, and we'll talk about that nonsense. There was an acquisition of some media properties that will be relevant to some of the audience here. We can chat about that. And I guess we can talk a little bit about some video games, because I played a video game over the weekend. Surprising, I know. Because it is good to talk about video games on occasion. Even if I've been in a bit of I've just been playing Hearthstone. I mean, really, that's my everyday game these days is still Hearthstone. But I'm trying to play other stuff with friends, especially free-to-play games with my multiplayer crew. My multiplayer crew, we are not getting it. We are not going for Overwatch 2. Thankfully. My crew, and I guess we'll talk about that going into it as we get into this kit. I'm going to reply to my own tweet. We'll go to the overhead look. And I guess we can start by... there's the overhead. Great. We got Marine there, and we're going to finish the Marine's arm here. Yeah, time for Gundam Watch. So that's the thing. That's what I played this weekend. I played quite a bit of Gundam Evolution. I am using, I'm using the gun tank because it's a gun tank and that rules. It's not my favorite. Barbatos I like as well. But yeah, I've been, okay, so we need D19. Let's get D19 here. There's, so my crew, of fine folks, my multiplayer crew, our last big endeavors where we expanded and we went from just like the core small group to the larger group was playing Halo. We were having a lot of fun with Halo, and we still occasionally jump into some Halo, which is great because it's a shooter that I can play. Now, members of this crew have for many years, we've played Left 4 Dead together. We tried for Back 4 Blood, and it just didn't click. We've played Overwatch together in the past. This is, a lot. It's a multiplayer group that does love a good shooter, but we do also love team-based games. So Overwatch, well, okay, because we always have enough people to play Overwatch. Halo was fun because we always had enough people for Halo, and even if we were matched with other people, we at least were communicating and chatting in Discord, and it wasn't a big deal. They decided that they were going to get into Gundam Evolution, which I didn't like in the beta weekend. I did not really enjoy. And I was a little, Lashbrook says the gun tank is a lot of fun, but I feel like it should be beefier. Yes, I would say it should be a little beefier. As someone that certainly has used that particular mobile suit. Yeah, if it was beefier, I think I would appreciate that. Yeah, they tried it. I didn't really like it at the time, but once it went live to more people, it very clearly became the winner in that Discord of like, this is what people want to play. That when there are enough people, like I have a couple friends who are not waiting to see if we have enough people. They're just like, I'll do whatever. I'm just playing this. This is my thing. Also, a lot of us enjoy multiverses, and we still like multiverses. And the nice thing for that is it's become pretty clear that we are the crew that, like, yeah, we went with multiverses instead of Rumbleverse. And multiverses has been a lot of fun to play with like a partner. That game is fun that way. But anyway, we've been playing a lot of Gundam Evolution. I don't love it because I think I'm done with Overwatch and Overwatch likes. I think I'm just done with it, and I don't know what it's going to take to... It hasn't clicked for me, right? Like, obviously, it's a mobile... You see a Sazabi out there, and you're like, this game rules. And I understand that. but it isn't hitting me in a way that I wish it was. Oh God, I wish it was. I wish this game fucking like. I wish I thought that Gundam Evolution whipped ass, because some of my friends are having a really good time with it, and I would also love to have a really good time with it. But I'm not. I'm just not. I like it. I just don't love it. But I do love my friends. So I do want to play games with them. And if this is the game we're playing, look, in a couple weeks, we're going to be playing Jackbox. Can't wait for new Jackbox. This crew loves Jackbox, which is great. So we will be playing Jackbox on a Discord and having a lot of fun. And that is so nice to just know that I have that to look forward to. I'm very lucky and excited that I have that in my future. And of course, I will be streaming that as well. It comes out on the 20th, and so the following Tuesday after that, I will be streaming. Reminder that my bonus stream tomorrow is Old Wrestling. We are going to see some Antonio Inoki matches. I have 2 set aside that we will be checking out. So we will be watching some Inoki matches. We will also be watching a variety of other things from a wide variety of platforms and companies. Not just All Japan. It will not be archived on YouTube. It will not be archived here on Twitch. It is a stream that I should not be doing, but I love watching old wrestling and sharing information about it and discovering wrestlers I've never really watched a lot of. Like, I've watched plenty of Taka Michinoku, but not Taka Michinoku in Michinoku Pro. So, like, I'm excited to see that. We've got a Taka match versus one of the Tiger Masks that I know the least about. So I'm excited to watch that. Pat's last stream. Yeah, no. Really, it's just we're going to show Inoki matches, and that's not going to fly on New Japan matches. Are not going to fly on YouTube. So, and I just don't want to take the risk here on Twitch. It's bad enough that I just do it as is. But I can't talk over a New Japan match and put that up on YouTube. Because it's not just that it will get demonetized or they will make money off of it. It'll just be blocked. And then like the whole video will get blocked. So then I got to edit out. And I'm not editing archives of my streams. I like you all very much. But here's the thing. Very few people watch my VODs. Not enough people watch my VODs to justify me spending any time on them. I literally just record locally, and then unless I did something like show myself entering the passcode on my phone, like I don't edit the VODs. They just go up. Because it's a 2-hour video. I'm not going to edit that. All right, we panel lined before I put a sticker on this, which is my mistake. I should have put the sticker on and then panel lined. But we'll just do that now, and it's fine. We might have panel lined a place where we were going to put a sticker. That's okay. We need sticker number 10, so let's get that there. Is a blue sticker. We do have a little bit... Whoops. Oh, no. Oh, no. There it is. Here. My X-Acto blade fell off the table, but it fell onto the other table. We do have a little bit more of the orange, but I do appreciate that most of this kit is plastic as far as the orange goes. There's plenty of blue correcting stickers, and I don't really mind that. But the orange, like it's on the face, it's not my favorite, but it works. All right, so we're just going to get this on. Yeah. Just kind of see how it lines up, and we'll go. I was talking about some Discord, my Discord for my friend crew, my multiplayer Discord group. Look, I'm not saying that you should join Jeff Gerstmann's Patreon so you get access to Jeff Gerstmann's Discord so you can see the new channel on said Discord. I am saying if you've been on the fence, if you're like, well, I wouldn't mind hearing his podcast without ads, and there are some benefits that seem cool, and I don't know, I bet his crew is a good crew on the Discord. Maybe I'll check that out. Maybe I'll do the Patreon for a month. If you've been on the fence about it, maybe knowing that there is now a pets channel on his Discord. Oh boy, it's very good. Seems to be. Now this is obviously a small sample because not everyone who listens to who belongs to the Patreon has joined the Discord or actively posts in the Discord, and not everyone that has animals posts photos. But most of the photos that have, almost all of the photos that have certainly been updated to the Pets channel, which is very brand new, have been cats. So apparently, cat owners enjoy Jeff Gersman. This is just a correlation you can make. Lord Crash says, I didn't know Jeff had COVID until last podcast, though the addition of a bit of Game Boys to Men was a nice bonus he didn't have to do. Yeah, so, I mean, Jeff is a solo entrepreneur. He is a content creator who works by himself. And several months into him doing that, he took a week off. And that's bad for business. Because that meant he didn't have a podcast ready. Because he doesn't have a podcast in the can. He doesn't have a best of ready, right? Where is he going to have the time for that? He's got 2 kids and he's running a business by himself. He doesn't have time to do a best of. So he just didn't have a podcast one week. And then next week he could do some of it and didn't record it live. Didn't do any streams. You know, podcast means he's not doing podcast ads. No podcast, no live streams mean he doesn't get, he's not there so that people will remember to renew their subscriptions. He's not there to promote his Patreon. The best place for him to promote his Patreon is on Twitch. And it's scary when you have a family, because it wasn't, everyone in that house got COVID. Jeff, his wife, and his kids all got COVID. And Jeff is the breadwinner. So you can imagine how, I'm suddenly not working could be. And also, it's not like he could, I'm sick, I can't stream, but I can prep. No. Screens made his head hurt. So it wasn't like he was like playing a bunch of games and recording a bunch of videos to go up on YouTube. He is back tomorrow. Lord Crescent, over the weekend, he did a no cam, no mic stream of just him just fucking around with a mister, just to kind of like get a stream going, which is not the preferred way. Content creators will let you know this. No cam streams, people don't love. Now, some people just want to see gameplay and they don't care about you. So if it's a game-focused stream, if you're playing the new hotness, they might actually even prefer it. People want that parasocial relationship, and it's hard to have that parasocial relationship when it's just someone playing a video game, not looking at the camera, there's no camera, and not talking. It can be tough. His late night streams, when he does them, are always silent because he often has a child in that room sleeping, so he can't talk into a microphone. It's a whole thing. But anyway, yeah, it was really rough. And he'll be back tomorrow with the podcast. And I hope he takes it easy. And I hope people come check it out. But anyway, his Discord is great. I really enjoy that Discord. It is one of 2 Discords that I am a mod on. And let me tell you, even though it is quite active, for the most part, people are fucking really cool in that Discord. And in general, we just remind them of like, hey, here's one of the rules. And people are like, oh, sorry. You're right. Or I forget that I can't do this. I can't reference this illegal thing in this chat. You're like, yes. Because it's not just like a fan Discord. It's Jeff's Discord. It's tied to his Patreon. It's a bonus for giving him money. So he has to like do things. He has to like look out for number one. In that respect. But yeah, it's a good Discord. I recommend it. Very active wrestling channel in that Discord, which I appreciate. Very active. Was a little more active when more and more people were first getting them, but it's still active. The Steam Deck, I should say, not Stream Deck. The Steam Deck channel is also very popular. I have a Stream Deck. I do not have a Steam Deck. Make that clear. Let's see. Okay. Here's another quick hit. We'll get a quick hit going here. Milk I'm just going to read the title of this promotional email that went into some people's mailboxes today. I did not get this press release, mind you, but here is a press release. And it says, Milk enters gaming world as official performance beverage of gamers at TwitchCon. Milk, yes, really, dairy milk. This is the press release is like, no, yeah, I know what you're saying, but yeah, we're real. This is a real thing. Milk, yes, real dairy milk, is excited to announce its entrance into the gaming world with a partnership with Twitch as the official performance beverage of gamers and presenting sponsor of TwitchCon San Diego 2022. This is a real thing that happened. First, it was Tony the Tiger as a VTuber. And now they went from a cereal mascot to a partnership with Milk, in the entity known as Milk, the concept of milk. Here's the thing. Gamers should drink more beverages that aren't energy drinks. Probably. Probably is a blanket statement. I should say that energy drinks are the amount of energy drinks consumed and soft drinks consumed by gamers is probably too high. Lashbrook, it really should be Pilk. It should be Pepsi milk. But it's not. It's just milk. And look, it does a body good, but you don't. Like, it's just bad. I mean, I will say this. The hustle that involved in this is great. I respect it. I respect the hustle of, we got a partnership and we're going to call milk performance enhancing. A performance beverage, not performance enhancing. We're going to call milk a performance beverage, and we're going to try to get gamers interested in milk. And that's nonsense, but it's nonsense I can get behind, right? That's bad, but like, I love how bad that is. It's so bad. It's a poor nobody wins. Nobody wins in this scenario. Milk doesn't get a better share of people. They don't increase their beverage consumption. Gamers are the fact that, like, there's going to be some warm milk handed out for free at TwitchCon San Diego because they're not going to be able to keep enough of it cold. Because it's a free thing. And even though it's a free milk, people are still going to want it. Look, Big Dairy, the Dairy Farmers Association, Got Milk was great and people liked it. And there was the milk mustaches and it was a smart campaign and they did a good job with that. And they haven't had a big hit since. But, like, going after gamers is a weird thing. It's just going to encourage more weird dentistry video games. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say weird dentistry video games, please don't do your own research. Just trust me that they're not, you don't want to, and you might know about them. Sometimes they involve Elsa for no reason, but, like, they don't need encouragement. This didn't need to happen is what I'm saying. Like, again, I appreciate hustle, especially nonsense hustle. I love a good nonsense partnership, but I don't know about that. Got Milk too suggestive for 2022? I guess maybe. I mean, everything is terrible in the world, so get whatever love you can out of it, right? Get whatever enjoyment you can out of this shit, but, like, yikes. They finally got local lake cleaned up all the algae that was in it due to the runoff from dairy farmers upriver. Oof. Oof, dirty. But yeah. Wasn't there a game about robots trying to learn how to talk and they knock out their own teeth in the process? Lord Crash is in. I do not know of said video game. Do not know. But sure, I'm sure there is. I just don't know of it. All right, so this is like the longer one goes on this side. Yeah. Great. And then we'll just hit this. We'll never see this part of the arm, but you know, it's still good at panel line. Anyway, that's a thing. I'm not going to. Somebody asked me, you going to TwitchCon? And I was like, no. I stream for 10 to 20 people. I'm not going to TwitchCon. Now, look, if somebody was like, Pat, we're doing this panel, we want you there, we're going to help you get to San Diego to go to this, I would. I'd go see Aaron Trites, go hang out at his comic book shop, hang out with my buddy Aaron. I'd go to the taco place, the burrito and taco place that is near the baseball stadium in San Diego that has really good. They have a burrito that has taquitos inside of it for like $8, and that'll just fill you up for a day. And I'll go there. They may have raised the price. It's been a while since I've been to San Diego. But I'll go, but I'm not going to go on my own to like hang out and go to see other streamers, especially in the year of our Lord 2020. Not going to happen. Anyway, let's talk about this acquisition that happened, because the media sites changed hands because fandom, fandom, they own all the wikis with all of the ads. You can't look at a fandom on your phone because it's just bad. They acquired a bunch of brands from Red Ventures, including GameSpot, Metacritic, TV Guide, GameFAQs, Giant Bomb, Card Cutter News, and Comic Vine, and Anime Vice. They did buy Anime Vice. Anime Vice didn't even get a mention. People wondered if Anime Vice went with Screen Junkies and Tested. No, Anime Vice stayed. And then like some random people started uploading stuff to YouTube on that channel, but nobody knew who they were. But they were employees of Red Venture. It's a whole thing with that. But yes, Anime Vice finally has the perfect home at fandom. I mean, yeah, if they actually did anything with Anime Vice, the brand name, certainly. Anyway, they found out last week that this was happening. And then a quote from somebody from GameSpot, who I did not write their name down, and I apologize, said, everyone has kept their jobs and titles. And they found out last week, and no one has lost their jobs. Which is great to hear. Often in these kind of acquisitions, you slim down the company because you are not selling the people. The people are there along for the ride. You are selling the concepts, the technology behind it, the brand names. You're doing all of that, right? I'm sure they didn't buy CNET. CNET stayed with Red Ventures. That makes sense. The fact that GameSpot and Giant Bomb went is very much proof that Red Ventures does not know what to do with the things they purchased from CBS. Red Ventures is a company that got very good at selling things and selling content, and so they went and just acquired their own content makers to then sell the content that they make, because they were like, instead of selling other people's content, what if we sold our content? Well, we can't make content, so let's just acquire people that can make content. And then they were like, oh, this is expensive. But yeah, apparently they did keep CNET. And maybe a couple other things I don't know quite exactly. My apologies for not doing all of my due diligence on that one. Anyway, Yeah, everybody found out last week. No one lost their job. One would assume they will. Everyone is doing the, we're actually really excited about this. And here's the thing, right? One, I bet they are. And two, I bet it also will be bad. Because I can't imagine that fandom is a great company to work for. So while I don't think it's going to be good for anybody, I also can fully believe that some of them are like excited about the possibilities that maybe this won't be terrible. I appreciate their enthusiasm. I hope it's great. I hope that people make a bunch of money and keep their jobs and keep making cool shit. It's very strange to think about Giant Bomb like having this acquisition or being acquired right as they're getting ready to meet in person for the first time, and one would assume all of them are getting together for the first time as a unit since Jeff was no longer part of Giant Bomb, and some people became like new employees or returning employees. This is the first time all of them are together. And it's got to be weird to be like, yeah, well, we just spent a significant portion of our budget to do this. I assume, I don't know for sure, to do this like live event. It's weird. Let's see. Continue fan was going fan platform, blah, blah. You know, they're going to talk some shit. Additionally, the deal will fuel fandom's affiliate and commerce efforts, including accelerating revenue on Fanatical, its gaming commerce business. Yeah, they have Fanatical, so, you know, all the fan stuff. Red Ventures and fandom, can excited for what's ahead. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, fandom has Screen Junkies, so we'll see what happens with all of that. Yeah, they still have Bankrate and Lonely Planet and CNET, and they're keeping CNET. I don't know. I hope everyone goes well. Had no clue Fanatical was a fandom thing. Yup. It's going to be weird for everybody. I hope they adjust well. Look, that's the thing, right? Like, these acquisitions are about technologies, about, they're not about, like, Giant Bomb has this many views, this many page views. Giant Bomb has this many podcast downloads. GameSpot sees these many unique views on these kind of articles. Like, that stuff's great, but not really an acquisition. It's like, hey, we've got this wiki technology that you might want to apply to your other wiki technology. Or like, one of the things that why Tested and Screened were sold to one place while other things were sold to another place is because Tested was an easy sell to attach a celebrity to it, because that was what they were decided. They wanted to have the home for somebody or something. Because why is it Adam Savage's Tested? Why was it Adam and Jamie's Tested? Because they don't own the name Mythbusters. Mythbusters was a name that was pitched and created as a TV show in Australia, and they became the hosts. And the Australian version had a lady, and then it was repackaged for Discovery without her and with some young talent coming in that they knew, but they didn't own the name Mythbusters. When Mythbusters ended, they didn't have a thing, and they were going to go do a tour, and sometimes they did a tour in association with Mythbusters, but it wasn't like, they didn't have that like as a go-to to just be like, okay, we're just going to use this and go out there. So what they needed was something. And so it made sense that a technology website could become their technology website. Just like works out that way. Just keep Phantom's video BS off GB and GameSpot. I mean, I hope so. I don't know. I have no idea what those sites are going to look like. I am not telling you to use any sort of ad blocker or redirect or two ad blockers. I'm not saying you should have DuckDuckGo and Ghostery. I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying there are some websites that are very difficult to watch and look at and without some help. Hell, friends, I spend a few dollars a month to not see ads on YouTube, but also it counts as if, because I have YouTube Premium, ads that would be shown to me, people still get money for as if I had watched them, which is nice. So that way I'm still supporting content creators making cool shit on YouTube, and also I don't see ads on YouTube. It's a win-win for me, especially a win-win for your friend Pat on that, because I don't want to see ads on YouTube. They're YouTube ads. I don't want that. I don't need that in my life. We're building here the shoulder, which I already did once, so you'd think I would remember how to do it, but nope. I'm still like, is this where this goes? Is this how this works? Why don't I remember? It's strange that I don't remember, but I don't. Think this goes in like this? We'll see. Yeah, I really just am like, huh. That's weird. You think I would remember how this went together because I already built it once, but the answer to that is nope. Did you see that YouTube is thinking about locking 4K behind premium? I did not see that. I can imagine that 4K must be expensive for YouTube. So I could see them wanting to do something to supplement that cost. And I don't have an issue with that because, yeah, man, 4K has got to be pretty expensive to host. I don't know. Yeah, I guess maybe I should have a problem with that, but I don't really. Most people don't even have 4K monitors. Yeah, I mean, Falcon Boom, yeah, I would agree with you there. Also, I'm not looking to watch 4K video. Like, that's not a thing that I ever think about myself. I'm not out there like, gotta watch this. I gotta watch this guy yelling about the current anime season in 4K. I just got to. Sucks for the channels that do 4K stuff. Yeah, Lord Crash, I guess. I guess it would decrease viewership of people that made that their thing. But to them, I say, it will be another decision that will fuck you. Because YouTube does not make decisions that benefit people that use that platform as their main source of income. And if this is the thing where you're like, wow, YouTube's really fucking us here. Like, yeah, they've also fucked you in 1,000 other ways. And that sucks, but also it's the truth. And and there's no good solution to that. YouTube is still the best place to show 4K video because if you're too popular on Vimeo, you can pay Vimeo money to keep your stuff on Vimeo. And if you are too popular, they will charge you more money or just shut you down. Because no matter how much you're paying them, it doesn't offset the cost if you are very popular. Vimeo is a solution for no one unless you made an independent film and you couldn't sell it to anyone. Because if you haven't sold it to anyone, then you can just put it up on Vimeo and it'll be okay because you won't get enough views. But if you're like very popular on Vimeo, they get mad about it. There's no winning when it comes to uploading video. But yeah, I would say the big problem is, oh no, you hit banned for being too popular as well. Yeah, they'll just be like, it's not worth it. You are not paying us enough to make it worth it because you are too popular. Also, Vimeo can do that because a interesting channel uploading stuff to them doesn't make them as much money as the like partnership, like the, oh, we own this streaming service, and that makes us money because businesses pay us way too much money to be a solution because we're doing B2B. Suffering for success, indeed, Jatsu. Yeah. So not Patreon. Vimeo does not mind the fact that they make some people unhappy, because that's not where they're making money anyway. It's how they got to that place. They got to be this well-known name on the backs of people looking for an alternative to YouTube. They got there because of that, but that doesn't matter because loyalty isn't a thing. Loyalty does not move the needle. So they can just be like, yep, well, that's not really part of our business strategy, is people paying us monthly to have an archive of video with a passcode. Let's see. Are there other things about that? Is there anything else going on with that I can mention? I don't know. As far as content creators go being stuck, it really is a thing. Like Patreon often makes pretty bad choices, but their payout is really good. YouTube, streaming to YouTube, right? The cut you make on streaming to YouTube of of your memberships and super chats and all of that, that's good money. You make good money doing that. You make the 70-30 split of that is really good. And their pay minimums are $100, but if you're doing well on there, it's good. If you're an affiliate or a partner with Twitch, you cannot stream on both that and YouTube at the same time because of that's stated in the contract. Now, some people do, and they are just waiting for. Here's the thing: the people that are like, I am an affiliate or I'm a partner. Really, it's people who are like, I'm a partner on Twitch and I'm streaming on YouTube at the same time. They are doing that because they believe that they are big enough that Twitch won't go after them. And then the other people who are doing that are people who are affiliates, and they're like, look, if my contract ends with Twitch, that sucks. I'm not making enough money on Twitch anyway. I got to do what I can to get as big as I can, right? So they're just doing it, and they think they're too small. The people that do get punished for this, and there are people who have had their, they've been banned from Twitch for this. The folks that get caught are the people who are just big enough to be on Twitch's radar, but not big enough that Twitch feels bad for losing them. So it does happen, and it is a concern for some people, but it's not enough of a concern to not go for it, which I understand. And then there are people who aren't affiliates. I have a buddy of mine is not an affiliate on Twitch because he has realized that he'd rather stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time because he has income coming in from a Patreon. His main source of income is a Patreon he does that has nothing to do with streaming. So he just does the donations and he does super chats and he has YouTube memberships. And YouTube doesn't care about that because it's not tied to his live streams. It's tied to just in general his account, so he can do it at the same time. It's not a big deal. That could change, and it could become suddenly very bad for him to do what he's doing. But right now, it works well for him, so he's doing that. I went with the affiliate immediately because I was not a streamer for that long before I got affiliate, and having subscribers here felt like a no-brainer. My Patreon was good, but it wasn't like if my Patreon had been incredibly successful, I would not have gone for an affiliate, and I would have streamed to here and Beam or Mixer, or I would have done YouTube video as well. But my Patreon was not a huge success, and people like, I don't know. That's not the right word. What's the right word? What can I say here? What is the right term for this? People are fine with subscribing on Twitch. They are used to it. I don't want to say they're like excited about it, but people understand that you have a membership, that they don't see ads, and they're supporting the creator they like, and they get emotes. And if it's a bigger streamer, there might be a thing where they do subscriber chat. I know that like Adam Cole does like the first like portion of his stream every week is subscriber only, just like as a thank you to subscribers, and then later he opens up chat to everyone. As like it's just him like doing what he can as a thank you, which I like. But yeah, I mean, it's a system that makes sense, and so I don't mind it. Now, look, would I like a better payout structure that Twitch is currently offering me, the 50-50? Yeah, fuck yeah, I would like that. I would definitely like to earn more than 50% of the money that you gave Twitch because I'm here. Patreon is a better deal as far as money goes. But, as many of my friends have said, to which I agree, look, you're giving me some money to help me do this. I appreciate you very much. Do wherever you want. If you want to join my Patreon, you want to join my YouTube, you want to do $2 a month on YouTube just because it's easy. You want to do it here so you get some cool emotes and you don't see ads, and you're part of the 40. That's great. It is very kind of you, and I appreciate it. We went with the hand that has the finger, the trigger finger here, because we're going to put the gun in the hand for this kit. So we went with that hand. You can see that. We can zoom in a little bit here. There we go. You can see right there. Got trigger finger. Trying to figure out how to show you better. There it goes. Trigger finger. Trigger. We got to have some good trigger discipline. Oh, I have been. Speaking of chat, I was disconnected from the chat. That's weird. I did not have any drop frames, but I was disconnected from the chat. That's strange. It's strange that happened. But anyway, I'm just going to throw the emotes in there and make sure that's working. Yeah, there are the emotes. Great. Speaking of emotes, all my lovely emotes done by the fantastic Xandra. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. That's all I wanted to say about that. I don't have anything like brilliant to say really about all of this, except like people throw a lot against the wall. Like I have a coffee. I haven't done monthly memberships on coffee. I haven't like done that, like the Patreon alternative. I've thought about doing the Patreon alternative. I'm not ready to leave Patreon and move to coffee like some people have done, because I don't know if enough people would do it, and I am not in a financial position in order to do that. You know what I mean? Like, people already pay money to pay. They already have their credit card associated with Patreon, right? So, like, people just get paid from it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, oh, that's right. It's the first of the month. I got billed for that." Okay, and some people are like, "Actually, I don't really want to give this person $1 anymore," and they bounce, and that's fine, because most people are like, "Yeah, I still like that," or "Oh yeah, I got a message from Pat. That's cool. Stick around." Lord Crashton wants me at the dance button, so here's the dance button. Yes, we are indeed dancing for capitalism and big tech. Oh, the biggest of tech. We're gonna get our claw arm built here. Gotta have a harpoon style weapon. We're gonna our claw arm. All right, we B2 36 and 35. You got it. I got 36 and 35 right here. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't really have like anything brilliant to say about that stuff, but support. If you want to support where you can. Also, hey, I know there are folks out there that they have never been a subscriber. They have no plans to become one. And that's also okay. You're watching. That's great. Folks that are watching the VOD later, what's up? If you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube, hello and thank you. If you just like, oh, I'm on the Patreon, I do $1. Like, great, cool. Not a lot of people. No one has ever bought anything off my Throne wish list. I still have it because it's nice to have alternatives to Amazon. But, like, no one has ever used it. And that's okay. They don't have to. But it is funny to be like, oh, Pat, I would love to help, but I don't want to do that. And it's just like, it's like, I don't want to do Amazon. It's like, yeah, I understand. I get it. But it's fine because it's just like, I will have alternatives. I will do what I can. I will make it as easy as possible to make it so that people can support me because it's incredibly generous of them. Oops, sorry about that. To ever take even a moment to want to help me out. I gotta zoom out here. We zoomed in too much. We flew too close to the sun. Tilt this here. Let's get a little more light on our building here. Still not super happy with how our lighting is going here. It's better than it was. At the very least, it's better for me to read things than it was previously. But yeah, it's not great. Real quick, we're going to do, real quick, before we take a pause for the cause, let's do Manga Monday. It's Manga Monday, everybody. We'll do this real quick because I don't have a lot to say about. We're only going to talk about one manga here, and I don't have a whole lot to say about it. But it is because oh, I totally forgot about OW2 comes out tomorrow until I saw that graphic driver update is showing. Yes, Overwatch 2, Overwatch 1 is dead. Long live Overwatch 2. I mean, it literally is. Overwatch 1 is dead. They shut it down because they wanted you to play Overwatch 2. So I wasn't joking about that. It's gone. It's gone. Anyway, Manga Monday, real quick, Manga Monday. Let me just get into it. A user of green magic and fragrance. Now, one of you out there is like, Pat, you already reviewed this manga. I did. But what I didn't know when I reviewed this manga a few months ago was that it was going to end at chapter 15. One would assume it was canceled for... It definitely felt like there was more story to tell, and it did feel like the last bit of it felt pretty fucking rushed. And they sort of introduced a new character that would have been interesting to see. But it's a lovely series. It's only 15 chapters. I would say track it down. It is a good story, and I think that I think you could certainly appreciate a fun manga like A User of Green Magic and Fragrance. Now, it's an isekai, female-led isekai, young lady who is been blessed by a goddess, and she can heal people and she can make potions that have extraordinary effects. She meets, and she's like lost. She's in these woods, and she meets a Fenrir that has a young cub, and she gets kind of like adopted by them and hangs out with them. She meets a dude who is like, yeah, I can take you out of here and help you out. And she's like, great. I'll give you a potion here for your arm. I'll help you out. I'll heal you. And he's like, that's all right. You don't have to. But then she does. And he was cursed. He literally had a curse on his arm. And she undid it. And he's like, what is happening? You don't seem to know anything that's going on. And you are incredibly strong. And anyway, kind of keeps a secret that she's like blessed by a goddess. They've got some budding romance maybe. She quickly goes from being like, I'm learning how to be an alchemist and making healing potions to, I run a restaurant and I have a staff. And oops, some people tried to kidnap me, but don't worry, I have a cool wolf that the kids really like because it's a cool wolf. Because, of course, look, it's a fantasy world. Kids think a cool wolf that they can pet rules. And then, like, oh, I met this like highfalutin adventurer who is also from a noble, and she is trying to make me her personal assistant, and I don't want that, and so we got to deal with all that. And then also, oh look, her dad tried to kidnap me. because he's just like, oh, if we had a Fenrir wolf here, no one would mess with us. And because it's on my land, clearly that's my wolf. Which is like, nah, dude. That's how you get murdered by a wolf. Is just assuming that calling dibs is a way to get yourself killed. It's a good story. Again, it's over in 15 chapters. I wish there was more because I did very much enjoy it. We're going to start working on the feet here. But I would say check it out if you're looking for something. If you like isekai, if you like the different world subgenre, and you like a female lead that is kind of, it's pretty slice of lifey, but there are moments that are like a little dramatic. There are some action scenes, and there's not a lot of romance, but there's some romance. So yeah, it's good. I would recommend it. If you're out there checking out the manga, take a look at a user of what am I saying here? A user of Green Magic and Fragrance. It was good, and I'm sorry. I'm bummed that it's done. I had a couple stories that I've been reading lately wrap up, and it's always like, it's a shame, right? It's just like stuff that I thought was good, and that. I mean, there are some things that just, like, go on forever, right? Like, Attack on a Lonely World is, like, 100+ chapters right now. It's gone so far from its original, like, plot that it's just, like, I don't know. I feel like that manga could end. I wouldn't be too mad about it. It's, once you break 100 chapters, it's like, yeah, all right. I mean, we get it. I feel like the author might have just had to keep building and might have run out of like I don't know. I think you finished your big story and now you're just continuing to do stuff. Yeah, I don't know. All right. We are going to take a pause for the cause. I'm going to talk to you about ways you can support the channel to go back to working on some feet and talking about some anime because it'll be time to talk about some new anime. All the shows we'll be talking about are new. I think the one manhwa I read from time to time, I dropped off last chapter at 2,898. That's too many chapters of a manhwa. That don't need to be. If you are currently a subscriber, you can throw the Baer Cave, the Lego, the Scythe emote, and if you're a tier 2, like a Risk fan, you get the blue emote. Throw those emotes in the chat. Let me see them in there. Subscribing is the easiest way to support what I do. If you're new here, I'm going to talk to you for a few minutes about ways you can support the channel monetarily. I do this every stream because this is how I continue to get to cool stuff. What's up, Ghost Valve? And also it's nice because then I get to see the emotes that Xandra made, and 3 of the emotes are my face. Let's just look at that. That's weird. That's just a thing I got to do. But subscribing is an easy way to support what I do here. $5 a month or your Prime Gaming token. If you have Amazon Prime, you link it with your Twitch, you get that. You could gift a sub. There are no gift subs yet. The gift sub leaderboard is bone dry, and you could feed it by giving a gift to somebody in the community so they get cool emotes and they don't have to see ads. Also, there's no cheers. You could be the #1 cheerer on the stream, which does, again, reset every month. But, you just jump in there if you want to do that. There are alternatives. I mentioned Patreon earlier. I got one of those. I got patreon.com/PatBear. That's right. I managed to get patreon.com/PatBear. The other Pat Bears out there did not get that before I could. Patreon.com/PatBear. $1, $3, $5, $10 tiers. Different rewards for different tiers. It's the 3rd of the month. If you signed up today, you would not be billed again until the 3rd of next month. This is a new thing that Patreon implemented for everybody, so I've gotten in on that. So you're not just paying for what's left of October, you're paying for a full month, and then you'll get billed again in November. No underscore here. No, it's Pat Bear, which is unfortunately, my Instagram is It's Pat Bear. I didn't get it, and I didn't do it in time. I didn't think Instagram was going to be a big deal. It's still not the biggest deal, but didn't get it. But yeah, my Patreon, different rewards for the different tiers. There are rewards for everybody. Consider it. It would help me. So I would love it if you got on there. Let's see. Okay, so we got Patreon. Look, I got a YouTube channel. Subscribing to YouTube is free. If you want to subscribe to my channel, that would benefit me and I would appreciate it. Now, if you wanted to, you could become a member there. And for just $2 a month, you would support me financially. And also, my Wednesday videos you would get on Tuesday. So you'll get my new Wednesday video tomorrow. It's a Do You Remembaer about a religion of sorts. I don't know. So that it was the. I'll tell you this: the new video that comes out on Wednesday that you can get on Tuesday is the longest Wikipedia page I have summarized for that project. So maybe that's a silly point. I don't know. Also, those are all monthly ways to support me financially, but also there's direct donations. There's different ways you can do that. There are monies you could just give me through Coffee or Stream Elements or my PayPal directly. Everything I make from those, from the direct donations through YouTube, which also includes AdSense, so watch my videos and watch some ads, through Twitch and through Patreon, all goes into a fund, and I buy model kits. I would not have been able to buy this very lovely kit right here that I'm holding in my goddamn hands. I would not be able to build the Marine type Gundiver without your generous support because it's a premium Bandai kit and I had to pre-order it. Now, I have a good backlog of stuff that I will be happy to build, and I can't wait to dig into that backlog because it's like one Lego set, a real grade, and then a bunch of high grades. I got high grades that I bought in 2021 that I would like to build at some point, but you can make me not build those and instead build something else by going to my Amazon wish list and buying something there. Not only will it jump the queue, but I'll also make a dedicated video in a mailbag video about the thing that you purchased for me. I've got Lego sets, some very inexpensive, some pretty expensive, model kits, including some Pokemon kits in there. High grade model kits, master grade model kits, non-graded kits, kits with free Prime shipping, kits with just free shipping, kits with not free shipping, all bunch of different things, very expensive kits, and then some gear at the bottom of the list, some stuff that would be like helpful, like a comfortable chair on wheels that would be much better than the cushion on the chair that I currently have. Or like a better Stream Deck than like the small Stream Deck that I have. More buttons, that would be nice. It would be fucking nice. Or like a mat, like a cutting mat, so I'm not just building right on this table and there's a little separation. Just stuff that would be nice, just nice to have. And again, you buy that gear or kit, it benefits me. You jump the queue and make a video. I mentioned earlier I have a Throne wish list, which is my alternative to having an Amazon wish list. Throne really goes out of their way to protect the people making lists, to not revealing any information about them, because there are people who use it who are in various fields where just having their real name out there would be crushing. So it helps them, prevents them from being doxxed any further by keeping their identities really secret, which is great. We like that here. And also USA Gundam Store. You could buy a gift card to USA Gundam Store. You get an email with the gift card code, then send me a DM on Twitter because my DMs are open, and I will use that gift card code to buy something at USA Gundam Store. I swear. I think that's it. Yeah, I believe that is everything there. Yeah, is there anything else that I need to say? I have a Discord. You can subscribe to, join my Discord. I post build photos. We just had Lashbrook post something in the build photos, which is nice. People post stuff, promote themselves. It's a nice little community. Some days there are 0 posts. Some days there are like 10 posts. It's nice. It is a Discord you can keep up with. I have some videos for y'all to watch that I think you will enjoy. So let me just link those. Pat Bear's Anime Club. I will have a new one up on Monday, but right now, next Monday, but right now, this is Pat Bear's Anime Club, where I talked about all of the anime that was from last season that I watched and the reasons why I didn't watch some of the other ones, and talked about the new season of anime that is happening literally right now and gave a preview of a bunch of stuff that I think people should check out, which we are going to talk about now. I am going to drink a little water, and then we're going to get into some anime discussion. Oh, no, sorry. Before I do that, real quick, Do You Remembaer is an ongoing video series. If you want to learn about Pizza Rat, I read the Wikipedia page for Pizza Rat, and then after I was done remembering and reciting what I remembered from Pizza Rat's Wikipedia page, I filled in the blanks because they're missing some fucking information on the Wikipedia page, like the mention of me. The guy that was like, check out that rat, and was standing next to Matt Little when he filmed it. Me. I was there. So I talked about Pizza Rat. Anyway, so check out that Do You Remembaer. And in that video, if you want to leave a comment of something you'd like to see me cover in a future Do You Remembaer, it's October, I should say. It's October, and I got to keep doing these. So please suggest some things for me to do. Yes, I'm John. Real quick, I will say, I mentioned it in that video. I was there for Pizza Rat. The video of the rat is my voice telling that rat to get that shit. That's me in a quiet voice because I didn't want to scare the rat away. Going, get that shit. That's me. I'm standing next to Matt Little, my buddy Matt, who filmed Pizza Rat. So yeah, please watch that because I talk about what it happens in the Wikipedia page, and then I gave my own input, including its weird connection to professional wrestling because we had stayed late after work to watch the WWE pay-per-view, which is why we were at that train station so late in the early morning because we had stayed way too late at work watching wrestling on a projection screen, which is a fun way to watch wrestling. But anyway, I'm going to drink some water, and then we're going to talk about the new anime that came out in the past couple days. And we're going to dramatically transition back to the overhead right now. Ah, lovely. All right, hello. Hi, everybody. All right, we got our overhead here. We are, I still need to lighten. Yeah, I gotta lighten this up. I have my overhead light is in a place where it does not hurt my line of sight for my monitors, but also doesn't brighten the area that I'm building enough. It's too far away, and it's as bright as it can be for an overhead light, but it only a little bit bleeds into this shot, and it's not where it should be. It should be clamped like over there, but there's no good place for that to go. I gotta figure this shit out, friends. I gotta do this. Will it be ready for Thursday? Maybe. Maybe I'll spend some time on Wednesday doing that. Let's start working on these feet here. While I start talking about Mobile Suit Gundam, the Witch from Mercury, also known as G-Witch. The community has decided that the name for this anime, the nickname for this anime, so you don't have to say Witch from Mercury all the time, or Mobile Suit Gundam, the Witch from Mercury, is just to call it G-Witch, which I don't hate. G-Witch does sound like a funky sandwich, but I'll allow it. Crunchyroll has the prologue. It also has this series. Now, if you wanted to watch it as it aired or right as it was put up, G-Witch Whips is a name. I agree. It is a good name. It does sound like a fancy sandwich, but also is a good name. So this anime had the unfortunate situation of having the subtitles be kind of off when it went up on Crunchyroll. But I did not watch it as it came out immediately, so it did not affect me, and is therefore not a big fucking deal. But yeah, for some people, it was a big deal and sucked, and I understand. I'm watching this on Crunchyroll. The prologue is also there. The prologue was on Gundam Info and their YouTube channel, but now it is also on Crunchyroll, so you can watch the prologue there if that speaks to you. And I know some people watched the prologue and episode 1 back to back, which is, the prologue is fucking devastating, and then the episode 1, so that might be my thing, because some people did not enjoy this episode. And I think maybe those people bounce from one to the other. Now, some people are never going to like this because, hey, it's Utena. The head writer of Revolutionary Girl Utena is in this shit, is working on this anime, and they just made Utena. They made Utena with mechs, and the main girl has more personality, a little more personality, but they just made Utena. And the thing is, that whips ass because Utena rules. So hell yeah. Yes, Lashbrook, there's somebody with nonsense opinions who has nonsense opinion about Gundam, but also gay people and lots of other things. A person whose name I won't repeat because it's unnecessary. They were saying this is the downfall of Gundam. They hadn't watched the episode, but just the idea of a female lead, and then, according to them, getting away from the issues with governments to focus on the issues of corporations, as if corporations aren't their own governments, and as if it's not the last time, as if the shows made for kids to get them into buying Gunpla wasn't enough of a deterrent, and that didn't. Build Fighters is fucking almost 10 years old, and that shit did not ruin Gundam. So Gundam has its own show that upsets incels. Yes. Yes, the director did the light novels, the light novel adaptation of Utena. That is correct. That is my understanding. Yes. But yeah, so really what it is it's the first Gundam series with a female lead, and one of the last lines of this episode was like, "Oh, I guess where you're from is really conservative because it's the fucking future and gay shit is okay." Because guess what? By the end of this episode, our main character has a fiance, which she was not prepared for. Yes, conservative Mercury. Our main character is named Soletta Mercury. She is from Mercury, and her last name is Mercury, and that is weird. But she is an orphan, and she is doing her goddamn best. And she's got a fucking Gundam. She's got a kick-ass Gundam with transforming weapons shields, and people were unprepared for that shit. There's a douchebag. There are business owners who were planning some assassinations. Ghoul. His name is fucking Ghoul. Guel. Our first bully from school is named Ghoul. No weirder than Prince Vegeta singing King Vegeta of Planet Vegeta. You're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong. All right, so we need to put some stickers on these feet here. We've got stickers 12 and 13 to apply. Got one side is 12, the other side is 13. They are here. Oh, they're large stickers. Unfortunately, these are large-ass stickers that we are applying to this, which I am, never really a fan of, but whatever. We'll apply our color-correcting large stickers here. I didn't realize these went on the feet here. So we got a big old stripe here, because this couldn't be two different pieces of plastic. You could, but it would be hard. So we'll just do that instead. Put that there. Anyway, Miorine. I don't know how to pronounce the other girl. Love interest, the arranged marriage character, Miori. Marine? I don't know. But anyway, there's some intrigue. Also, they met because she was taking her Gundam. Soletta was taking her Gundam to this, school of technology, which is just full of young people learning how to be mech pilots. Every Gundam show should come with a pronunciation guide. Yeah, that would be helpful. I gotta just listen to the characters saying the names here. I just didn't listen to them saying Miori. But anyway, our lady was trying to escape here. Miori was trying to escape her future, which was to marry an asshole. Now, why she chose to accept the duel that also involved marriage, I don't know. But she's prideful. She tries to use, at the end here, she tries to use the Gundam Aerial from Suletta. But Suletta finally just jumps in and is like, hey, this is my thing. And of course, it's a Gundam, so the cockpit's not going to work. Also, hey, there are abilities in Aerial that nobody fucking knows what the deal is. But they're like, okay, I guess we're just going to like, what's a Gundam? Y'all don't mistakenly know how to pronounce. No, and I pre-ordered that kit. I have not received that kit yet, but I pre-ordered the Lifflef, and I don't know how to say it. But I would like to know how to pronounce that kit before I build it and have to say the name of it a dozen fucking times whenever it arrives. I pre-ordered it. Who knows when it comes? Who knows? It looked cool, and it was from the prologue. Anyway, this shit is gay and good. Look, do I love all of the CG in there? No. Do I think some of it looks pretty fucking dope? Yes. I like the animation style. And here's the thing, right? I'm sure that there were people. I don't think she lost a duel and got married as much as her dad set her up as a prize duel. Okay. Yeah, I was confused about that. I wasn't really sure. I mean, maybe she was trying to fight to get out of the marriage. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I am sure that there were people who saw Gundam Wing and were like, Gundam pilot's going to like a fancy school? No thanks. I understand why some people would be like, I don't love the idea of like this, like, some people describe that this thing as a comedy, and I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. Like, the prologue tells you, hey, some of the characters we met in this episode are going to die. Like, maybe it's one of the girls in the background. Maybe it's one of the guys in the background. Maybe it's the second year student that showed her around. But somebody's going to get fucking murdered to move the plot along. This is not a light romantic comedy that also features mechs, which I would watch, god damn it. I would happily watch that. I don't think that's what this is going to be. Gundam pilots going to a fantasy school is my Persona dream. There you go. Anyway. Yes. Oh, yes. No, there was death. Like, here's the thing. There were some people that didn't watch the prologue, right? And there are other people that didn't watch the first episode and had judgment on it, right? Because to them, it's just the plot that they've heard is enough to turn them off without having any more information about it. Which is, nonsense, but also, I get it. Oh, wait. What happened here? Wait. Sorry. What is this? What piece is this? Oh, okay. Sorry. That is A3. So, yeah. The speculation I saw is that she's a char. Her mom's specialty made her go to that school to get revenge. Specifically made her. Yeah, I mean, she could be there. She could be there for revenge and then finds out. It also could just be, it literally could just be, she's there because she has dreams that she wants to fulfill. Or she's looking to take revenge on the government that was after her, which is now a corporation. Like, I don't fucking know what the deal is. All I know is that the queer vibes are good, and if in the first episode 2 characters are engaged and one of them is like, at least one of them is like, yeah, whatever. That's not queer baiting. And I don't think this show is queer baiting yet. It could be. It could be. I think one of the other shows I'll be talking about is more, definitely. But yeah, I don't know. Also, we don't know. And you Ghost Vibe, you can say, I heard, I don't know who did you hear that from, right? Like, we don't know. This is an original story, and it will have ramifications with other series, but like, we don't know yet. You know, the mom might not be in the fucking show. She could be dead. We don't know. We don't know, and we will only know from watching it every week, which is awesome. So we will find out. I'm not saying you have to like this. I'm not saying it's wrong to dislike it. People like different things. I am saying the animation looked cool. The Gundams look cool. The grunts look pretty all right. And I like the main character. Suletta, I don't know enough about, but Suletta seems like a good shonen protagonist, and I'm here for it. I hope things go well for her. Or if they go tragically, I hope it's entertaining. An entertaining tragedy. Now, switching gears to Beast Tamer. This is such a 180 of from a mech series. This is just, hey, you know how sometimes there's a party and they're the heroes party and they're going on a journey to defeat the demon lord, and there's a character in it that is trying really hard and is actually the backbone of the group, but nobody thinks about that because they can't swing a sword as well as other people, because they don't understand that support is necessary, that someone who like fucking knows maps and gets enough potions and knows the weaknesses of monsters is important. So they kick the guy out. That's this plot. Rain, R-E-I-N. Rain is our main dude. He's a beast tamer, and he doesn't have any actual like long-term contracts. He doesn't do long-term contracts. We don't quite know why, but he doesn't. He does generally just temporary contracts. And he does contracts with animals, and he does the support, but he also, carries luggage stuff, and he does all the research. He does all the stuff that nobody wants to do, right? But he gets kicked out of the group. He's like, okay, well, good luck. And he's like, I guess I should be an adventurer, because he hadn't been one. He got picked up and asked to join the heroes party, and he was like, all right, I guess I'll do that. So he's like, all right, well, now I'm going to become an adventurer. See how that goes. And so he's on his way to do the test. He kills a bunch of goblins that he's got to kill. And he's like, okay, well, I did that. That wasn't that hard. And he's like, all right, now I guess I'm going to go. I have to get some, I got to collect some herbs, right? And he meets somebody that is fighting. He meets a girl, and he doesn't notice right away that she's got cat ears. How he doesn't notice right away that she's got cat ears and she is a cat person, I don't know. But he doesn't notice it right away. And she's having trouble because we found out later she's very hungry. But he manages to help her even if he doesn't think he did. She's really strong because we later learn her name is Kanade. Kanade is a cat spirit. So she is a cat girl, but they call her a cat spirit. She is like a somewhat mythical race, really rare, incredibly strong, no magic ability, but lots of strength person. She's out there doing her thing, and she's just like, thanks for saving me. I'm on an adventure. Hey, I can vibe right now. You're a really strong beast tamer, huh? He's like, oh, I'm not strong. He's like, no, you're great. I bet you're strong enough that you could even tame me. And so when I read this, because I've read the manga, I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Like, you're a person. What do you mean tame? Like, he tames beasts. But I guess you're a spirit? Can you tame spirits? She's like, there's only a couple people in the world that can do this. Let's enter a contract, you and me. I've got a good vibe about you. I want to go on adventures with you. And he's like, okay, well, I want to learn more about you. And he's like, at one point, he's also like, and it would be really nice to have someone strong all right, let's do it. And it succeeds. And it's a long-term contract, not a temp one. And then he's like, okay, well, I got to finish this quest, so come hang out with me. And then we get to see, she's the one that said, you're very strong. Oh, we finished the feet, by the way, so let's work on the leg. She's the one that was like, you're very strong. And then she's like, hey, how come you can do this shit? You can make multiple temporary first of all, temporary contracts shouldn't necessarily be a thing. And multiple ones where you can give complex instructions and they understand you and do it. What's your fucking deal? And he's like, oh, everyone from my village can do that. So he's very special. And so it is fun to be like, oh, okay. He doesn't think it's weird. That's kind of fun. And we'll learn more about like the situation they're in and how strong he actually is and all of that. There are multiple ladies who are different kinds of spirits that will become his companions in the future. It is not a romance show. It is not a harem show. Because they seem to just love him, but not... I don't think any of them really try to pursue a relationship. And it is a good guy main character that becomes stronger and stronger due to having a really good support system. And meanwhile, the hero's party kind of fairly quickly realizes, oh, we done fucked up. Or I can't remember exactly because I've read a bunch of these. I believe they are incredulous that suddenly things aren't going their way. And they like hire a different Tamer. And he's just like, they're like, well, why can't you do this, this, and this? He's like, who can do that? What are you even talking about? And they're like, oh, wait, was that guy good at this? Which is fairly interesting. So that's Beast Tamer. It's very light. It is pretty breezy. I enjoy it. It's not for everyone, but I liked it. I'm going to keep watching it. Opening theme was cute in a way that I was like, oh, great. There's not like any extreme bangers right now other than Pop Team Epic. That opening is a goddamn treasure. Pop Team Epic Season 2 opener. It's unbelievably good and weird. Not unexpected. Let's see. Did I put this on right? I may have put this part on wrong. Hold on. I think I put this part on wrong. Let's see if the brick separator, or not brick separator, the part separator will let me separate these parts. I think I put this piece on backwards there. Whoops. John wants me to dance. I will dance, but before we get into our third one, yeah, I like this song. All right, let's try to get this piece on properly here. Clap, clap, clap. It's a good bass line. It's got a good bass line to it. All right, let's try to get the right piece on here. The piece on here correctly, I should say. Not the right piece, the correct piece on here. It's a little hard to match these images up properly. I think this is the right way. Okay, I think I'm going to do this right this time. I think I'm going to actually get this right. Yes, this looks right. Okay, I think I had it on backwards before. I think this is going to be the way to do it. Hooray! We got part of the leg done, and not wrong. That's always nice when you don't fuck it up completely. Polycap 1. All right, so let's talk about management of a novice alchemist. I'll tell you right off the bat, this is a very cute show. We only know one of the girls. We're going to meet other girls that are going to come here and hang out. This is a Girls Doing Things anime. It is one of 2 this season. This is the fantasy one. Do I think that there will be queer baiting in this show? Unfortunately, yeah, I do. I do think so. I think this is going to be one of those shows where there's like, oh, these 2 characters are friends, and you're like, like, what kind of friends are we talking here? Are we actually, or are you just trying to get more views?
So we'll see. We'll see how it actually plays out.
But I liked it. This was the setup. Oh, there's so much setup of this episode. Holy shit. This episode is all set up. You have Sarasa. Sarasa Feed. Sarasa Feed is a girl who was an orphan. She lost her parents. Her parents died to bandits, and they ran a business. But then some people from the business forged a document, and she lost all the money and became an orphan and got dumped somewhere. So she got treated poorly, but her parents owned like a trade business, and her dream is she's been studying really hard because she wants to figure out a way to make money. So I don't know if she eventually wants to buy back the old business or whatever, but she needs to make some money to support herself. And she decides the way to do it is to become an alchemist because somebody from that orphanage became an alchemist. She's like, okay, I want to do that. So eventually she works hard enough to get into alchemy school. Very competitive, we find out. But she does have a master. There is a woman that works with that master at an alchemy shop that takes her under her wing. And she is Ophelia Millis, who is a master alchemist, which is a very hard thing to do, very rare. And so our girl doesn't make any friends. Our girl, Sarasa, doesn't end up making any friends in there. Has some good memories, but worked really hard. Had like a bunch of part-time jobs and a scholarship and kind of went for it. And she passes the final exam because if you fail, you're done. She passes the final exam. She passes despite the fact that she had to make a extremely difficult potion because they screwed up and didn't give the right ingredients. Because they gave some wrong ingredients, but they were supposed to give the right ingredients for a medium grade potion. They didn't, so she made a advanced potion. And she didn't have to retest, and they kind of keep it like a secret that they fucked up. But she passes, and she becomes a novice. In this episode, she is now a novice alchemist. And she's just like, I'm going to find somewhere to work, right? Like, you're not hiring, master, so I'm going to go off and I want to see the world and start making money because I saved a bunch of money, but I'm spending all the money I saved on these books basically an encyclopedia for alchemists she buys. And the idea is that, like, if you can make the things in this book, higher and higher level, you'll eventually hit a high enough level that you can take the test and you can advance into becoming a higher grade alchemist. And so she's like, I'm going to find a job. And then her mentor, Ophelia, is like, hey, instead of that, what about this? Let me drink water. You should open up your own shop. It's like, I don't have the money for that. It's like, no, there's a cheap place. I'll help you out. The government is subsidizing this shop because it is out in the wilderness. It's a small town, but it's near a forest with lots of ingredients. And she's like, look, you go there, and if you find rare ingredients, I'll buy them. So you always have some guaranteed income because you can just forage and whatever, and then I'll take care of you as you get used to running a store. And she's like, is that why you want to send me there? It's like, it'll be great for you. Which I found to be funny. I like that. Didn't say no. Anyway, Sarasa eventually agrees. She has a party, a small party because she didn't really make friends. And she gets some gear. Her alchemy bag looks kind of like it should be on like a backpack for a magical girl, which I appreciate. So there's a little touches of magical girl in there, which is cute. And eventually she heads out, and she has to travel for a really long time, and she ends up in this forest town on the frontier, and the store is really run down and shitty looking. It's just really beat the fuck up, and our girl is demoralized, and there's a girl watching her from the background, and then according to the opening song. There is going to be 4 girls in this show. Looks like one of them is her assistant, and then one of them is, or 2 of them are like a hunter and a warrior. And yeah, it's a kind of slice of life about a girl being a small business owner. But it's magically tinted and hopefully cute and fun. It seems cute and fun. I hope it is. And I'm going to keep watching because that's my jam. Like, I'm going to be watching DIY, which comes out this week. I believe it comes out tomorrow or Wednesday. Maybe it's Wednesday. I can't remember. But I'm going to watch DIY because I want to watch an anime about a club of do-it-yourselfers, young ladies doing it themselves. I'm excited about that. That is a thing that I am interested in. So I will be checking that out. And yeah, I like this one. Everything I watched today, I'm going to give at least 2 more episodes, right? Like, I know that Beast Tamer, I'm like, it'll be interesting to see the adaptation, but I know I like that manga. That is a totally fun to watch manga, so I'll be checking it out. Which from Mercury's already really seems cool, and it's a new Gundam series. We haven't had like a new mainstream Gundam series while I've been a streamer, like a model kit builder. So it's nice to have one of those to talk about. And then management of a Novice Alchemist just seems fun and cute. It's also on High Dive, and right now I only have 2 shows on High Dive. So I would like to pick up a third. I'm going to be looking for a third. Oh no, I'm going to have 3. That's right. Reincarnated as a Sword starts this week, so I'll be able to watch that. And I've somehow gotten stronger when I improve my farm related skills. Is also this week. So those are, so I have 3 shows on High Dive. So it feels like that's worth it for the $5 a month. You know, 2 to 3 feels like enough. And then I have just so much. And then there's also like, I'm not going to talk about Pop Team Epic every week. I probably will talk about Chainsaw Man every week. But who knows? I don't know. That might be one that's just for me, but I think I'll be talking about it every week because it's pretty great. But yeah, that is all of the anime I've been watching this week. Now it's the part of the stream. I talked a little bit about playing Gundam Evolve. What are you playing? What are you watching? We got some time left on the stream. I want to hear from you, friends. What are you up to? What media are you checking out? Are you consuming any medias? You watching anything? Is there anything that you're like, oh, Pat, this video game came out today or it came out this week and I'm all in and I'm so psyched about it? I want to hear about that stuff because I do love hearing from all y'all about what you're watching and what you're playing. So let me know. I panel line this too fast because there's a sticker and there's also more pieces that have to go on here. But whatever, that happens. I'll just panel line as I go. But yeah, I want to hear from you in chat. I don't have anything like off the top of my head that I'm really going to be playing. I'm playing Hearthstone, and I'm not hating it. The mini set didn't really do anything for me, but there's people seem to like it. That are playing other decks that I'm not playing. I'm going to dive into Steam Demo Days. Oh yeah, that's right. We got another Next Fest, right? So I should check some of that out. On Thursday, I will have some ideas on stuff from Next Fest. I will make time for that. Hopefully find some new stuff. Otherwise, I'm playing Persona 5 Royal replay on my Switch. Nice, John. Arctic Salt has been back in the new to a small town game hall. Played a ton of Potion Permit and Rune Factory 5. Nice. That's fun. John says, also, Lord Crashton's been playing Potion Permit, which started like game where instead of farming, you're a chemist doctor that makes potions to cure patients' ills that you diagnose. It's nice and chill. Ooh, that does sound fun. A lot of friends are moving to Overwatch 2, but my personal politics means I won't interact with the company until Bobby Kotick is gone. I understand him, John. I appreciate you and I respect you. I still play Hearthstone 2 because it is a daily game that I get some wins in or some losses in, and it does good things to my brain. So I have kept playing that, but I don't stream it anymore. I streamed it in April, and it didn't feel good to do. But I understand and respect and appreciate your politics. Let's see. Aristophans been playing a lot of the Disney Dreamlight game. Okay, yeah, I gave that a look, but I didn't end up diving into it. But I appreciate Animal Crossing more than I like Animal Crossing at this point. Like I played a lot of Animal Crossing on the GameCube, and that's the last time I really, really got into it. Because of the Galloping Ghost Travelogue, I found out. Oh, that's from Olin Giant Bomb. I found out there's a PC conversion of Silent Hill arcade game, so I spent a good bit of Saturday getting that to work and less time playing to completion. It's honestly not as bad as you would think. I mean, I would think it's probably not the best because it's a arcade game for Silent Hill. And that can't be incredible, but like I'm sure it's not awful. It's just probably not something that I would think about playing. But I'm glad you're getting that running. It is cool to get shit running like that and like get into it. That's fun. Yeah, I should check out. I said this and hold me to this on Thursday. I will talk about some of the Next Fest demos. I haven't downloaded any of them. I will dedicate some of my Wednesday to that. Because on Tuesday, tomorrow, I mentioned this before, my next stream is tomorrow night, and I'll be watching some old wrestling. I have not gotten all of my videos together for that. I have more work to do to get some videos together so that we can all enjoy them on stream. So I have to get more of that done, and I will. I promise that I will. But I got to do my due diligence on that and prep tomorrow. And I've got some data entry stuff to do for a job. So I also have to make sure that happens because that's also my priority because it pays me money. So it also needs to happen. Let's put a leg in here so we get that going. But yeah, I will get to some of that as well for Thursday. I did watch the Munsters movie, which has not a great start, but gets better as it goes. It'd be okay with Rob Zombie making a new series with that cast. Yeah. Lord Crashington, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You are the only person I know who enjoyed it. Yeah, I know several people that were very unhappy with it, and some of those people are classic TV lovers and people that really wanted to like it and just didn't. And that's a shame, but I'm glad you enjoyed it because, you know, I want people to like it. So I'm glad you found yourself enjoying it eventually. Or, you know, after a little bit of not really loving it. But yeah, I don't have any plans to watch that. The Munsters is fine. It's no Addams Family. I also didn't watch the last animated adaptation of the Addams Family. I didn't check that shit out either. I don't watch a lot of movies, friends. I rent them on occasion, but I'm not big. I usually watch the ones that are like huge and amazing and people like. I'm not a horror guy, but I watched. A friend of mine made a movie that is basically werewolf, or you know like mafia, but a horror movie, Werewolf Among Us. And I wanted to watch that because my buddy Josh made it. Rules. Josh directed me in a lot of College Humor videos. And so it was just like, yeah, all right, I'll watch that. I'll rent that. It was fine. It wasn't incredible to me because I don't really like horror, but it was like a really strong cast and it was funny in many places. It just was like tough to watch because I don't love the horror shit. There's a new Addams Family series coming next month on Netflix. I mean, I'm sure there is. Also, it's coming out next month. It's not coming out this month. It's not coming out right before Halloween. It's coming out in November. Come on. Come the fuck on. What I got? What are they doing? Come on. Come on. Nonsense. I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. But that's silly. It gotta be out for Halloween. You can't have your Addams Family come out in November. That's silly. Anyway, we built the arms for this kit and the weapons. We got it has Luis Guzman as the dad. I don't hate that. I don't love that. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't love it. All right, so we finished the upper part of this kit. We finished one leg, almost one leg. We got a little more of the leg to do. But we're making good progress on this particular model kit. I'm excited for the work that we're doing here. It is a good looking kit, and I am excited to see how it all comes together. That is going to do it for our stream, though. But here's the real secret, friends, is that it's not over. It's just till I see you tomorrow. And we are going to raid. We're going to go find somebody out there in the community doing cool shit that we want to go hang out with and send them some love and go on a raid. I hope you'll come out on the raid because we always end with a raid, as John says. We're going to find somebody doing cool shit out there that we want to go support you. It's Monday, so we'll see. Is Mary streaming? Yes. We are going to go raid Mary Kish because Mary Kish is playing, which I do not know anything about, You Suck at Parking. And I don't. I'm great at parking. I'm great at parallel parking. But anyway, Mary Kish is this is her stream night, and she rules. So we are going to go give Mary a raid. The game is free on Game Pass. Thank you, John. That's nice to know. We're going to go give Mary a raid because she is absolutely incredible. Such a lovely person. A beautiful, wonderful community of people. Lord Crashen says, very angry stream. I mean, I could understand getting mad at that game. I could see getting frustrated by it. I don't even played it yet. But we're going to go give her a raid. Don't take up 1.5 cars when you're trying to parallel park. Never, John. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. Please come along on this raid. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I hope you come back tomorrow night, 9 p.m. We're going to watch some Antonio Inoki matches on RIP and some other wrestling from all over the world. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow, and have a great night. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.